The Adam Smith Awards are globally recognised as the industry benchmark for best practice and innovation in corporate treasury. Throughout this dedicated series, we take a deep dive into each of the winning solutions in conversation with the creators themselves.
Hello, I'm Sophie Jackson, Joint Publisher and Head of Strategic Content at the Treasury Today Group. In this episode, we take a look at the overall and highly commended winners of the Best Funding Solution category. Many corporates are exploring alternative sources of funding, diversifying and/or refinancing their funding sources. Perhaps the company has issued commercial paper, medium-term notes, or bonds, or looked at financing and acquisition. Securitization, crowdfunding, peer-to-peer, the private placement market, or green finance all qualify. And perhaps even the company has reviewed its funding mix or undertaken an IPO. Here, our overall winner demonstrates a diversified funding mix to support a €2.2 billion acquisition, whilst our highly commended winners use UK export finance to fund a major project in Turkey and to transition to net zero. And the overall winner in Best Funding Solution is Caoimh, VP Treasury, the Adecco Group. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Caoimh, Head of Treasury Operations at the Adecco Group. We recently won the overall winner award in the Best Funding Solution category. Winning an Adam Smith Award is truly great for the team. It gives us a sense of pride to be recognised by the peer Treasury community. When we work hard on a funding solution as complicated and as important as this was, it's really nice to be recognised internationally by Treasury Today. With the largest acquisition Adecco has ever undertaken being announced in July 2021, we set about the financing pretty much straight away. In fact, we had a bridge financing in place before the official announcement at the end of July. Then August and September were full on with preparations and execution for nearly €2 billion of acquisition financing. This was made up of two senior bonds of €500 million each, a hybrid bond of €500 million, and equity financing through an accelerated book build of approximately €230 million. The process was managed with teamwork at the fore. There were so many elements to bring together. It required the banks, the legal counsels, various internal departments at Adecco to all be pulling together. We'd have calls every couple of days to build and keep momentum, right up to the first execution, which was the equity components of the financing in early September, as soon as the post-summer market windows opened up. This was followed a few days later with the bond financing execution of €1.5 billion. The main learnings were around preparation being hugely important, and of course keeping senior management as well as the rating agencies up to speed on the plans and the execution. If everybody knows the final objective and has that big picture, so to say, clear in their minds, then people can work on their elements, and then it's up to Group Treasury to bring it all together.
Next up, the highly commended award in this category.
Hi, I'm Mustafa Koçar, Chief Financial and Strategy Officer of Kalyon Holding. I am the highly commended winner of the Best Funding Solution Award.
Hi, I am Nihal Yuksel, Project Finance Director of Kalyon Holding. I am the highly commended winner of the Best Funding Solution Award. Kalyon Holding is one of the leading Turkish conglomerates doing business in construction, energy, transport and infrastructure sectors. The Turkish government has set ambitious goals to promote the expansion of renewable energy resources, with plans to commission an additional 10 gigawatt of solar capacity by 2027. Our 1.35 gigawatt Karapınar solar power plant project is a landmark project for Turkey, as it's the first to be executed under Turkey's new renewable energy regime. Requiring a total investment of $1.1 billion, this will be the largest solar power plant in Turkey and Europe's largest power plant built on a single site, stretching approximately 11 kilometers long and 3 kilometers wide, roughly equivalent to more than 2,600 football pitches. This massive solar facility is expected to generate clean, green power for 2 million households in Turkey and eliminate at least 1.5 million tons of annual fossil fuel waste and harmful carbon emissions. The syndicated loan facility is in total $812 million and contains UK Export Finance, JP Morgan Payments, and 7 more Turkish commercial lenders under a long-term project finance structure. The final funding solution combines $521 million commercial facility from Turkish commercial lenders and $291 million UKF facility financed by JP Morgan Payments. Therefore, the structure has ECA and commercial tranches with 12 years of door-to-door maturity with a conversion mechanism from LIBOR to SOFR in 2023.
We made some early decisions and focused on three main objectives. First, to limit the participation of local commercial lenders who has relatively higher funding costs to reduce the financial cost on the project company's shoulders. Second, to involve the UKEF in the project by maximizing the import component from UK to benefit from the favorable interest rates. And finally, financing the project with project finance type of financing instead of regular ECA financing to maximize the funding options and available facilities. Then we understood that the UKEF guarantee for this project was the largest ever issued for a solar project globally, which was critical in helping the UK meet its COP26 commitments. The UKEF facility specifically financed GE Renewables Energy's innovative flex inverter solar technology for the project, making it the first time that this technology had been deployed outside of the US. Moreover, Kalyon Holding developed the modules deployed on the project under its own brand, which were manufactured by Kalyon PV Factory, which is the world's only integrated module factory where the production starts from polysilicon. This award recognizes that with this project, we have delivered something one of a kind globally in terms of size, technology, and funding structure. It is truly an innovative example which paves the way for other upcoming renewable projects and ensures that the Turkish government will be able to meet its ambitious solar capacity targets. Adam Smith Awards are globally recognized as the industry benchmark for best practice and innovation in finance. Therefore, the award gives us global recognition for all the hard work and great collaboration between internal and external stakeholders, such as international lenders, equipment and service suppliers, Ministry of Energy of Turkey and UK Export Finance Department. Considering that this award was won against a backdrop of COVID-19 lockdown and global pandemic, all these challenges make the award more meaningful for us. It is great to celebrate the success that we created during the pandemic, where we did not have a chance to have even one single face-to-face meeting. The Turkish government is committed to commission additional 10 gigawatts in solar capacity by year 2027. The government's efforts focused on having local solar PV technology, sustainable R&D activities in this field, using domestically produced, locally sourced PV modules for each project in the pipeline of new renewable energy regime. That's why Karapınar project is so important. It forms a basis upon which other projects in the pipeline can flourish. Therefore, our biggest challenge was not just building Europe's biggest power plant, but to become one of foundation stones of the emerging solar PV sector in Turkey. We overcame this challenge in three main steps. First was the construction of Kalyon PV factory with 500 megawatts integrated solar PV manufacturing facility, which consists of all stages of module production from polysilicon to delivering 100% domestically produced solar panels. Second was the creation of an R&D center that will be operated continuously for at least the next 10 years. And finally, the third step was to establish a 1.35 gigawatt solar power plant with a brand new 100% domestic modules manufactured by our own factory under our own brand. We opened Kalyon PV factory with 500 megawatt capacity in 2020 and as of now increased its manufacturing capacity to 1.2 gigawatt in 2021. Also, an R&D center was established as part of our factory. Despite the fact that the project reached financial closure in November 2021, our factory had been supplying the modules for 6 months before the closing. Moreover, at the date of the closing, the project's installed capacity had been already reached to 590 megawatts and crowned as the largest solar power plant in Turkey, where the installed largest plant was around 50 megawatt at that point in time across the country.
During the project development process, we focused on expanding our alternative source of funding and diversifying the funding opportunities while the world was being challenged by pandemic. The challenge was not just the pandemic itself. There were limited funding resources, reluctance of the market to finance a large-scale project, and there were day-to-day obstacles with supply chain. Moreover, since the Kalyon PV modules had never been tested by the market before and they were going to be used by the project for the first time, we had to convince lenders and technical advisors about the reliability of our technology. Therefore, we evidenced our technology by obtaining international quality, performance, and efficiency certificates from internationally recognized institutions in line with international standards and allowing lenders and technical advisors to audit the Kalyon PV factory and our technology. It is worth to mention that prior to financial close, we financed the project with our equity. We continued the installations of Kalyon PV modules to the site, and we delivered the efficiency results to the lenders and technical advisors to evidence that the modules can produce sufficient electricity to generate available cash for the payments of the loan until the end of maturity. From this perspective, Karapınar Solar Power Plant is the one and only solar power plant where the brand new PV modules were used and financed by international lenders without years of track record of performance. The main aims of the project were firstly, bringing innovative solutions where the applied technology was just produced by Kalyon PV factory without years of track record of performance of the modules. Secondly, structuring the project which is suitable for a ring-fence project finance type of financing. And finally, mitigating any adverse effect of the pandemic which may result in lower performance of the project.
The key elements of our solution were establishing an environment for the stakeholders where all risks are addressed and mitigated in a matrix structure, bringing UK Export Finance Department, Ministry of Energy of Turkey, JP Morgan Payments and 6 Turkish lenders and many advisors on the same platform while structuring something which has never been done before by any stakeholder within the project and being sure that the funding solution has their highest quality while also matching the project's operational reality for the next 12 years.
And now it's time for a word from their partners.
My name is Nazli Atilgan. I'm an executive director in JP Morgan, trade sales head for Turkey, Israel, Central Eastern Europe, Azerbaijan. We supported our clients in the following sense. The Turkish government has set ambitious goals to promote the expansion of renewable energy resources, with plans to commission an additional 10 gigawatts of solar capacity by 2027. The client needed long-term funding solution for their 1.35 gigawatt Karapınar solar power plant project, which was to be executed under Turkey's new renewable energy regime. The requirement was a total of $1.1 billion, of which $812 million would be financed. JP Morgan provided a financing of $291 million through arranging and funding UK Export Finance Guaranteed Facility. The UK facility specially financed GE Renewable Energy's innovative Flex Inventor solar technology for the project, and JP Morgan acted as sole mandated lead arranger under UKF loan, sole lender under UKF covered loan, sole hedge provider under UKF guaranteed loan, and sole offshore account bank. The important elements to highlight in this solution are: this is the largest solar power plant in Turkey, capable of powering 2 million Turkish households with green energy when completed, and is anticipated to prevent at least 1.5 million tons of annual fossil waste and carbon emissions. This project increases the share of solar energy in Turkey's total production to 20%. It's Europe's largest power plant built in a single site. It is stretching across approximately 20 million square meters of land, which is equivalent to over 2,600 football pitches. And this alone makes it largest power plant in Turkey on the solar side. First project to be executed under Turkey's renewable energy RECA regime is something to be recognized. It's the largest ever UKF guarantee for a solar project, which was critical in helping UK meet its 2021 United Nations Climate Change Conference commitments. It's the first deployment of GE's Flex Inventor solar technology outside of the US, and it demonstrates and reinforces JP Morgan's ability to finance innovative and complex projects in renewable sector and its commitment to lending to green projects.
A huge congratulations to all our Adam Smith Awards winners. Thank you for listening to this episode of our dedicated Adam Smith Awards podcast series, brought to you by the Treasury Today Group. More episodes will be coming soon featuring other award-winning solutions, so please subscribe to our channel so you can stay updated wherever you get your podcasts.